Hello and welcome to Tech Shorts. Today we're going to talk about your image library. After logging in, we're going to come up to Create Image Library. Once we come to the image library, you will see that there are several different categories. Some of these categories will have an arrow pointing next to them. If you click the arrow, you can expand these categories to see subfolders underneath them. To add subfolders, we're going to click the activity, come up to this green plus sign, click the button, give this folder a name, and there's two categories we can select from. We can make this a standard folder, which is visible to the staff and the advisor, or we can make this a hidden folder, which is only visible to the advisor. We're going to give this folder a name and click OK. Here we have a new folder. Now we can create subfolders within this folder as well to help with organization, such as this one right here, field trips. If there are multiple field trips throughout the school year, it may be easier just to create one folder called field trip and then subfolders underneath it to specify which field trip it is. The next category is portrait. By default, portrait will be empty. Once we have uploaded the images either for you or you have uploaded your portrait images, you will see an arrow next to it. You can click down and here are your portrait images already uploaded. Here you will notice that our portraits already have names associated with them. If these didn't, then we would have to tag the names with them. Next we have My 2022 Images. Next we have My 2022 Images. These are images that were moved over from the previous year to the current year. Now you can preload images to the following year by simply clicking on a folder that you want to move to next year's book, and then coming up here and clicking on this button that will have the next year's book, in this case 2024. Clicking the button, you can see the folder now has an arrow, and that lets you know that this folder has been sent to next year's book. You can move these images out of the folder. First, we'll come down to Category and expand this folder. Come back up in My 2022. We will click and hold the image, and then we can move it down to the folder that we want it. You can also click on one folder, holding the Shift key, click on the last image. Both images are now selected. You can click and hold and move both those images to the folder, and they are now in the folder. You can also pick and choose which images you want by simply clicking on one image, holding the Control key, and clicking another image. You can drag, click, and hold these images, and then drag them to whatever file you want them in. Next are the top two folders. Here you have the Inbox Replay It. This is the folder that all images that are sent in through the Replay It site will be populated. From here, you can pick and choose what images you want to use and move them to the appropriate folder. You may also move, here you have the inbox staff. This folder right here, you can actually move some folders from Replay It into this folder right here and have your staff sort through photos later that they wish to use on their assigned pages. Next we have the clip art category. This is a way to look at some of the clip art and see all the clip art a little bit easier and go through which ones that you like and which ones you may want to use on your book. So one thing to keep in mind, if you do find an image that you like that you want to use often in your book, you cannot click and hold and drag it to any one of your files. You will have to click on the image, come up to download, and then download the image. Once you have that image downloaded, you can come up to the folder that you want to put that image in, click the upload button. So here we're going to click upload images, go to where that image was saved. Here we see the image is saved right here. We're going to click on it, click open. You'll see a progress bar. If it turns green, it's good to go. Once it's uploaded, we can easily navigate to this file here and use this image on our yearbook. Now, there are a few options that we haven't talked about that we'll get to right now. First, if we have a category that we want to change the name, we can edit folder by simply clicking this button here. We can highlight this and rename this category to anything we want. We can make that change and click OK. If for some reason we need to get rid of this folder, we can come up here to delete. Currently, we cannot do that because there is an image in this folder. So we would have to come up here to click on the image, delete the image. We can now delete this folder. If you look, this button is now clickable. So we can now delete this folder by simply clicking the button, and the red X means that it is now deleted. Another button is the preview button. Should I want to preview a class before putting it in the book, I can simply go to Portrait, click on a class, click on Preview, and here a PDF will open up with all the class members and their names. And this is how to use the image library. Thank you for watching.